down to think I always thought this is something I am not. And apparently you're just a wretch to me. And a wretch agree, that's all you will ever be. To feel the ground turns quicksand with every fucking step. It's sympathetic to the notion that one wants to misdirect. I heard the certain explanations never meant the company to think of everything I always thought of disseminated misery.
I muted it, so I don't know who it is.
There you go. Oh, it's live, I think.
All right.
Yeah, we're live.
What's up,
Welcome.
everybody?
Go
Real
for
quick,
it, Dylan.
Blair McMacken says, I like what's playing right now. Who is this? Well, Blair, it's a funny question that you asked there. That's the new single from Rebuke from Sweden. Great skate punk band. I think they're from Sweden, right?
Yeah, Sweden.
With their new album, I forget what it's called. It's a very long title. It's Things You Shouldn't Have to
Say.
Things You Shouldn't Have to Say, coming out on February some date in 2025, very soon on
February
Punk
7th.
Rock. February 7th.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I wasn't given a script here. On
Dylan didn't get the latest copy to read from before his
I know,
promo.
Punk
the
Rock
smoothest-
Radar Records. Hit the link in the description. Go buy that fucking record right now. Best album of 2025. Calling it early.
The
it's already
smoothest ad read ever done.
Well, I
My
wasn't given
phone right
something to
there.
read, unfortunately. So.
It's all right, John. Where are you with the? You need to start giving us little pamphlets so we can start advertising them at our local punk clubs.
But no
So,
bullshit though. Go buy the record. The color variants look really cool, and all the songs are great that I've heard so far. So John needs to send me like the whole album so I can give a definitive take on it.
Consider it done.
This is pure speculation at the moment, but I'm sure it's an amazing record. It looks very cool, at least aesthetically pleasing. I have not listened to it yet, but here we are, guys. Welcome to Punk Rock Radar. This is the Epitaph live stream bracket battle of the records for the best Epitaph record that we're battling it out for. This is episode 2, round 2. We've got Titty Baby Punk. I don't know. He keeps changing his name. What's your name now in the Discord? Grumpy Douchebag or something like that, Dylan? Smug.
Grumpy, chubby, smug douche. You guys like calling me a lot of mean things. I think that was that one fucking autistic guy who's obsessed with 10-foot pole called me that. So there you go.
There you go.
Probably here right now.
Also, we've got Hudson Valley hardcore legend Lewis in the building, and we've got Mr. Punk Rock Radar himself, John. So, guys, welcome to the stream. We're going to be battling out a couple Epitaph records here. So, this is round 2. We've trimmed off all of the fat. There was a lot of fat to trim, and we're down to a collection of Bad Religion, Rancid, and Pennywise records. And also, we will be having you guys vote in the chat as well. So we'll be going through and deciding our favorites, and you guys will be given a poll to vote for as well. And if you ever get it to a 75% majority from the audience, that means that record is going to move on ahead, even if it's a 3-1 against that record from us. So just laying down the rules here. And what are the people saying?
Tonight's stream sponsored by Ozempic, trimming the fat.
Trim the fat.
That would have been
I
good
need
for
a lot of that.
the last bracket.
Yeah.
I know.
We
Let's
should have
see
been
here,
we
Jacob.
should have been using that in the early fat rack bracket. Whatever. It's too late now.
It's all we trimmed the fat. You missed opportunities here for some grade A jokes.
Slim fast.
Jacob Willis says tough ass bracket today. I agree. This is probably the toughest one we have to do. Follett says crap. I haven't listened to enough 2024 albums to make a top 10 list. I should start listening right now. We'll finish the stream, then go listen to Rain Checks, High Bro, Low Bro, and Small State. Dylan really loves the Small State.
Yeah,
record. I forget
you
what
guys
it's called.
check out my top 27 albums with that cool picture I made to go
that
on
was
with it.
that was a pretty great picture, Dylan. So looked like a 90s skate punk record. So there it is. Let's see. Blair McMacken says, yeah, this bracket stacked, totally voting Lawrence Arm, even though they're a huge underdog. Maybe Lewis is going to be there with you. We're not sure. And let's see here. Jacob Willis says, Dylan is Santa confirmed. So he could be Santa. He could be a mall Santa. So I'm sure there'd be a lot of unhappy kids, but
Oh my
like a
God.
very jolly Santa. So how many people? We got 27 watching now, and are you guys ready just to go ahead and get into it and talk about these records?
Yes.
So, yes, I mean unanimous yes. So John, starting off here with the first matchup, we've got Bad Religion's True North up against Pulley together again for the first time. And what do you have to say about these two records? Go.
Yeah. My desk is all messed up, so I'm skidding back. All right. So yeah, True North, amazing record. I hadn't listened to it in like a year before we decided to do this, and it's like just stacked, so many good songs. Then we got the second best Pulley album together again for the first time. It's got Hooray for Me, In Search, Ocean Song.
Oh yeah.
This whole bracket is stacked. I have to go. I haven't decided on like 3 of these yet. I think I'm gonna go with Pulley though. We got 2 Bad Religion in the last one. It's neck and neck for me on these two. So I'm gonna metagame slightly since we already have Empire and New Maps, like 2 modern Bad Religion records already that I like better than this one. So I'm gonna go together again for the first time.
All right. And Lewis, we've got Pulley versus Bad Religion. What do you got to say about these two records here?
I don't think that I've voted against Bad Religion yet, have I? So I don't think it's going to change right now. But this is a good, really, really, really good Pulley record. It's a shame that this was the matchup. But I really do love True North. John kind of mentioned it, but I was just looking at the track list. It's so good. I mean, Nothing to Dismay is an awesome short banger. Fuck You is great. Past is Dead. True North obviously is great. It's there's a couple stinkers on it, but like every album. I'm gonna go Bad Religion, although it's pretty close. This Pulley record's awesome.
All right, Dylan. Pulley versus Bad Religion. What do you got to say here, man?
My vote is gonna go to Pulley. I like the album more, and this is the one instance where I am in favor of metagaming. For the same reasons Mr. John mentioned about Bad Religion being adequately represented throughout the bracket, and I don't think the same can be said for Pulley at this point. So,
I mean, do you think it's a
together
better
again for the
record,
first
though?
time. Yes, I do. I like
Yes.
it more.
Okay. You were just being like, well, we had enough Bad Religion.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, I mean, I think Descendent Man came out before this. Yes, definitely. And I was not a big fan of Descendent Man. I remember that was the point where I was just kind of like, I feel like this is a boring Bad Religion record. I feel like Bad Religion is probably going to be pretty boring from here on out. So I didn't listen to True North for a while, until like a couple of years ago. I think I heard Fuck You, and it was a pretty good song. And so I checked out the whole record, and this is a solid like 2010s Bad Religion release. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think there's definitely an argument for its merits and for it possibly even being better than the Pulley record. But I think the Pulley record's like much better, has much stronger songs. You have Runaway, you've got the Ocean Song, one of the first Pulley songs I heard on Punkorama 8, and learned how to play that on acoustic guitar. And it's a fun pop punk, skate punk record, and it never lets me down. It's like no skips whatsoever. So I'm going Pulley as well.
Damn.
All right. And
Well, that's gonna do it.
That's gonna do it. But let's see what the chat has to say.
Any
Is
giveaways today? we're giving away $10 trillion if you stay till the end of the stream.
Okay, all right.
So you should hang out, Rippin'. And
All
by the way,
right.
thank you. He's the guy who likes me. He said Dylan's let Dylan talk. He is the best.
I know. I apologize for.
He said that. He said it
interrupting
again.
you. I know. We'll let you talk.
My
Dylan.
number one fan.
You've got a whole slot. You could always say more than this album. So you got to encourage him to say more things. We need to hear more Dylan zingers. So also Dylan doing a great job of continuing to advertise here, offering $1 trillion. But who wins? Bad Religion at 59%, Pulley at 41%. So the majority sides with Lewis here with Bad Religion True North, but a strong percentage for Pulley here. And what are the people saying? Maddie Solberg says, Pulley is like Taco Bell, pretty damn delicious. All right. Larry McBacker says, a lot of controversy about people voting favorite bands over better album these days. I mean, it is what it is. That's just the nature of voting for things. Punk Rock Guru says, the other Pulley record on here is better anyways. I agree. Jacob Bullis says, Pulley wins. And so, and
Read
let's
that
go
last
ahead
comment.
to...
No, read that last comment for Dylan. He'll like it.
Oh, Dylan is the best. It's not close.
I
you
promise
go.
that's not me like typing on the other
The
screen
fool.
or something. I promise.
Do you think he's cute? Ripping thoughts? Do you think he's a big old
Maybe I'm
cutie?
schizophrenic and I don't realize that I'm the one who's typing that.
Dylan with his other laptop. But let's move on to the next matchup here. And Lewis, oh, you get to make a big decision here. We've got Millencolin's Life on a Plate up against SNFU, the one voted most likely to succeed, I think. So, what do you have to say about these two records right here?
This is the one I had the least feelings about. It was just always going to be Life on a Plate. The NSNFU record is pretty good, but Millencolin, I don't think it's a perfect record. I know people have a lot of nostalgia for it, but it's certainly better than an SNFU record. So I'm going to go Life on a Plate all day for me. So what do you got, Dylan?
Dylan. Or should I say Rippin' Fots?
Yes.
He's ripping Fots over there.
Just ripping
It's a great
Fots.
username. It's really good.
It's from Boston. I didn't realize that's what that meant. I'm gonna vote for Millencolin here, and I think SNFU is the more like technically proficient band of the two at this point, like in Millencolin's career. But the Millencolin album is more fun and more
Definitely
classic.
more fun.
So, you know me, Mr. Fun.
All right.
What do you think, Elliot?
I think SNFU has been a band that has never clicked with me. I think they just kind of got through based on weak matchups last time. I mean, not saying that they're not like, talented musicians or they don't write music that people definitely can enjoy. Definitely not my thing. Life on a Plate, it's got Bully on, it's got Move Your Car, it's got Story of My Life, it's got Soft World, and maybe that's it. But it's got a lot of great tracks on here, at least 4. So Millencolin's Life on a Plate is definitely...
It's got lots of great tracks, at least 4.
That's a lot. What's the definition of lots? I mean,
4 is lots
the
of
way,
tracks.
Millencolin fans eating good with the downfall of Finn McKenty after he said mean things about them.
Yeah, this is the curse of Millencolin. But John, what do you have to say of Life on a Plate versus the one voted most likely to succeed?
Yeah, I've been really digging this Millencolin record this week. I think I said on the tier list it was like A tier, maybe, but like it may be my second favorite. My favorite's on this list, but I think Life on a Plate is way better than SNFU. I love the SNFU album cover though. I think it's classy. But let's go Life on a Plate. Definitely.
SNFU has some great album covers,
Yeah.
so I would agree with you there. That full Labo one is fucking wild. If you look at it, all the details, it's like very strange. Or however you say it, I have no clue what the fucking album cover is called. Album's called. But Lewis, Millencolin versus SNFU. No, you already did it. It's already done. We finished. Everybody picked Millencolin, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
All right, we did.
And the crowd and the fan and the stream is
All right.
overwhelmingly in support as well.
Yeah, let's see. We got 88% for Millencolin, 12% for
Damn.
SNFU.
They got fucked on.
I know. So even if they passed the 75% threshold, and as the poll stays open, Millencolin grows even more. So we'll end that there. Everyone's saying the audio is good. Audio is pretty good. So the audio is perfectly fine, John. So, which is good. Notorious audio issues. Punk rocker on punk rock radio.
Well, I had
so.
I'll share. So I had a I won't get into the details. Nothing with me, but I had to do a legal thing on my camera, so I had to take all my posters down, and I couldn't have anything on my desk, so I had to take my monitors off. So my whole setup I took apart. So I just wanted to make sure we were good there. So thank you guys for confirming.
All right, John works for the man.
Yeah. Where do you guys think that $1 trillion came from that we're gonna give away? Massive tax fraud by John.
Maddie Solberg says Finn McKenty hates everything from. Then he didn't finish it. Then he said Europe in the next message. So, Bible Dumb Podcast, Millencolin, love the vegan anthem. Which one's the vegan anthem on Life on a Plate? Is there one? I don't know. Hova says, John evolving to agree this is the best Millencolin record. Cheers, John. So
second favorite.
Becoming an adult. Second favorite. So, and Jacob Willis says, labels called John. That's right. The labels are after John. They're trying to get him to be the spokesman. I hope John doesn't Finn McKenty us one day. And John's going to make a video. He's just like, I actually hated all of you guys and I never liked punk music. So get ready for that video. From John.
If I could Finn McKenty you guys, I would, but I think it's in the cards.
Yeah, we're not even close to being able to do it. If we could, we would. So don't think we would. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next matchup here, which is Rancid 2000 up against Lawrence Arms Metropole. And Dylan, what do you think of these two records? Two records you're very fond of.
I think I've said before I'm not like a massive fan of this Rancid album, but I think Metropole. The last few Lawrence Arms albums are pretty boring, and I think that applies to Metropole as well. Like they kind of lost their bite that they had on O Calcutta and everything before that on this album. I feel like so I'm gonna vote for Rancid.
All right, one vote for Rancid. I feel like it's like maybe like a little tough. I mean, this is probably like my fourth favorite Lawrence Arms record, and this is probably pretty low on probably like fifth favorite Rancid record. I do think there's like a little bit of trying to recapture the past on here, but there still is like a ton of great songs. The production is charming. It's this very rough, just very rough, this Rancid record. There's lots of good songs on it, so I'm probably going to go with the Rancid record. I like Rancid more than I like Lawrence Arms. I think overall there's more songs I like on the Rancid record, so we'll go Rancid 2000. Sorry, John, what do you have to say here?
Yeah, I was just pulling up the track. This was a no contest for both me and Dylan. I'm pretty confident in that. Rancid 2000, it's quite all right. Let Me Go, Poison, Black Hawk Down, Antennas, Radio Havana. What else we got? The back half, like the last couple songs, but there's like 25 songs, so that's okay. Rancid 2000 is I did it in the Discord today. I think it's my third favorite Rancid. I think it kicks ass. Metropole, for me, I'm with Dylan. Lawrence Arms slipped a little bit once I went off fat. I'm not big into the Epitaph stuff. I think it's okay album, but I'm going Rancid 2000.
All right, Lewis, Rancid 2000.
I mean, like,
go ahead.
I feel really stupid going now because I think this is like the best Lawrence Arms record, but it's fine. So I also love O Calcutta and those as well, but it's just like a different style of record, and I think it's great in its own right. So this is a great record. This is probably was one of the tougher matchups for me because Rancid 2000 is either my number 2 or number 3 favorite Rancid record. I love this freaking record. But I guess since it doesn't matter, I'll just go Lawrence Arms. Rancid's going to take it. So
right.
we'll go Lawrence Arms.
Lawrence Arms can get that 75% and swing it completely. So I don't think Metropole is a bad Lawrence Arms record by any means. So I really like it. It got here. So I'm pretty sure I voted for it last time. But I don't know. The Rancid just has like more of like a special place in my heart than the Lawrence Arms.
I mean,
Rancid,
if I'd gone
ahead.
first, I might have picked Rancid 2000 as my pick. So
I thought that was like your number one Rancid record.
No, it goes back. It goes back and forth. I mean, because it's a different vibe, right? I mean, how can anything be better than Wolves? Really? I mean, it's not really fair, but it's a great record. But yeah, I might have picked it, but I mean, with all the shit upon the Lawrence Arms, I'll clean them off a little bit. So
is this the moment Tim decided that all the music videos were going to be black and white monochrome or whatever? So it's just pretty sure, right?
Can't even tell what you're looking at.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? Like this is like two totally different points in each of these bands' trajectories, right? You got like Rancid's heaviest album.
Yeah.
Going like that route, and then you got Lawrence Arms kind of like slowing it down into the more mid-tempo stuff. So it was a cool matchup.
No, I don't think they're that far off in quality personally, but like I think the Rancid one it does kick ass. I like even my fifth favorite Rancid record's a kick ass fucking record.
Yeah.
And Rancid's taking it with 62% up against Larry Arms at 38%. So people are going with Rancid here. And Douglas Shell says fell off after Op Ivy. So Crash and Bleed says Dead Bodies is easily the best song. Yeah, Dead Bodies is a fucking record. So is Poison. So is
Black Derby Jacket, my personal banger.
Yeah. What's the one Matt likes? Is Golden Gate Fields?
Yeah. He used to sing that every road trip. Yeah.
Did he? It's pretty funny.
Well, because he says Big L, so I'm Big L in that scenario when he's singing the song to us. It's a good time.
Oh, so he looks you in the eyes. I see.
Jet. Yeah, holds my hand. Nice.
Arthur Lim says Rancid fell off after the Sex Pistols. So Rancid fell off quite many times.
So Rancid never peaked then?
Murderholic says Rancid isn't very good. I came to realize. And Maddie Solberg says Punk stopped being good after 1966. True. So like I said, Punk was born, then immediately shot in the head. So,
yep.
But let's go ahead. It's what happened.
Just like the Who, and that's it. I don't even know.
Yeah, they like showed up and boom, dead.
The Who and MC5, and that was it.
Game over. Maybe Iggy Pop for a little bit. The Stooges.
That reminds me of my first guitar teacher. I told him I wanted to learn how to play like punk music, and he taught me Pinball Wizard by the Who. That's what he thought. Punk is this like 70-year-old man.
It's called proto punk, bro.
Pinball Wizard.
That's proto punk. So everything, I guess anything can be proto punk if it came before. But let's go ahead and move on to the next matchup here, which is going to be Rancid, another Rancid record. Rancid 93 up against Pulley's self-titled, possibly. This is like the toughest matchup here for me because I absolutely love Rancid 93. It is such a rough, just raw Rancid record. Just all these scratchy guitar solos. There's so many good fucking songs in here. Rejected, Adina, Hyena, just like tons of incredible tracks. And then you have my favorite Pulley record, which Working Class Whore, Gone. Oh my gosh, dude. It's pretty tough. I'm going to go Pulley, though. I'm going to go Pulley. We got a lot of Rancid, and I do love this Pulley record. It's my favorite Pulley record. Rancid 93 probably was my favorite Rancid record at some point. It's an amazing debut, but we'll go Pulley. And John, what do you have to say here?
Yeah, we got two bands who already have a record advancing, so pretty cool. Man, yeah, this is really tough.
This is the toughest matchup, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at Pulley, like you said, Working Class Whore, Gone, Over It, Nothing to Lose, second best. Oh man,
Second best. That's such a good fucking song.
Rancid,
That Rancid record, Out of My Mind, is one of my favorites off that too. That's a great
See,
song.
Rats in the Hallway is one of my favorite Rancid songs.
Rats in the Hallway is awesome. I will say, like I've always said, the Matt Freeman singing has never been my favorite, but killer fucking bass lines. That Detroit bass lines fucking sick as fuck too.
I think I'm gonna go Rancid 93. I
Rancid
really
93?
I think it's
I respect it.
yeah, like
I respect it.
Pulley's in my top 10 favorite bands, but I just something about 93 I just find like so charming. I think it's a really good record, especially for 93. It's yeah, I'm gonna go 93. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, I support it. Lewis, I'm cool with either one.
I'm also-
so
Yeah, I'm also going 93. I mean, I like Pulley, and this is a very, very good Pulley record, but I just like Rancid better. Sorry, guys. I know Rancid never peaked, but this album rules pretty good. So, yeah, I'll just go with Rancid. That's all I got to say. I don't want to shit on the Pulley record or anything. It's a really good record. So, Dylan, what do you got? We gonna let the fans decide or what?
real quick, Doug says the guys are really going through
Yeah.
it. I know we're oohing and ahhing over here over which of these records give us the biggest boner. But Dylan, what do you think here?
Yeah, it's a sweatpants episode for sure.
Dylan's always in sweatpants.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what's being okay. Anyway,
You're good.
this is tough because I think this is the better album of both. So this is better than Rancid 2000, and the self-titled is better than Together Again for Pulley.
I agree with you
So-
on both of those. So,
Man, it's kind of like shitty that they got matched against each other. But because I think if I picked a Pulley album to move on, it would have been this one. But unfortunately, it's unless the chat pulls off a miracle, it's going to be Rancid moving on here because
Rancid.
I think it's marginally better. Detroit, Hyena, I think Trenches is probably my favorite song on the album. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Rancid. So I can't see the poll, but if I had to guess, Rancid probably won the poll.
It's not. It's 50-50.
And Pulley
Oh,
was
man.
just winning. So
All right, guys,
We'll
you
end
get
it
Pulley
right
to
there.
75% or more, and
it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. We'll end it right there. So
put on your
50%
rally
Ran-
hats.
50% Pulley. So this was
Okay.
probably one of the most divisive matchups we've had so far. I feel
Why
like
did
this
you
is
let it
right
end on
easy,
a draw, though?
because it doesn't matter because it's
Yeah,
three.
but play it out, bro.
It's hard. Well, I
Yeah.
like a solid 50-50. It looks nice.
Okay, you gotta
I like
do
it
sober,
too.
actually. I kind of
Whatever. I can't swing.
Yeah. So, but let's see what the people are saying. Punk Rock Guru says best Pulley album. Jacob Bullis says Matters is gone. Rancid wins. There's a couple funny ones up here. Where are they at? Smile Wide said Rancid fell off, so Pulley wins. Bible the Podcast says Rancid 93 has the best Matt Cookie Monster songs. I mean, it does have the best Matt Cookie Monster songs. All the ones that came after this are definitely not as good. So all the ones on like what Let the Dominoes Fall and like the later stuff where they decided to let Matt sing again. Mick D says Rancid. Gabe Hill says Pulley. Immortal Coil says Elliot, you know in your heart Rancid is better. Maybe. I'm fine with it moving on, but all right. Gabe Hill says I don't like Matt Freeman's voice either, but I might like his voice better than Tim Armstrong's. Okay, that's crazy take. Crazy take, Gabe Hill. All right, let's move on to the next matchup here. We are in the next round. So, John, it is going to be Pulley together again for the first time up against About Time by Pennywise. We got 2 time records.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
true.
at least thematic. Yeah. What do you have to say here, man?
I was just like during that last part, I'm scrolling through both of these track lists because these are really close too for me. But like, I feel like I got to go Together Again. I got In Search, Hooray for Me, History Repeats Itself. Then I didn't even say it before, Lost Trip, and Runaway. This whole album is good. It's a no skip. I said it in the last time that this album, the Pennywise, was on, and everyone disagreed with me. But I feel like this production, it just holds it back slightly. Like the songs are so good, but like I feel like sonically from About Time to like maybe like if you go to like straight ahead, even it just sounds so much better, and especially like go to Land of the Free. I like the About Time songs a lot, but I'm gonna go Pulley. I don't think it has a chance, but I genuinely like it better. So let's do it.
All right, Lewis.
Yeah, John, to your Pennywise point about the sonically, I mean, like Full Circle even has it sounds weird too in a different way. I think you're right that like, straight ahead is there.
I think About Time sounds much better than Full Circle.
Yeah, Full Circle's got a really muddy sound. I don't know how to describe it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I still love it. But yeah, I'm gonna go Pennywise. I was doing the same thing John was doing, but I mean, Waste of Time, Perfect People every single day. I mean, like every song, Not Far Away. It's what you do with it. Same Old Story. I Won't Have You Killed. Every song on here, of course, Peaceful Day. Like I mean, every song is good, and I like Pennywise way more than Pulley. No offense. And yeah, I like the record more than the Pulley record. So we're gonna go the crappy sounding About Time, even though it's not my favorite Pennywise.
All right, Dylan, go ahead. Pennywise versus Pulley.
I mean, I'm usually the one who's like got to stick up his ass about production. I think About Time sounds fine.
I think it sounds pretty good.
I mean, this is the most like pop punkish Pulley album. And then About Time is just like straightforward, in your face, like beating you over the head with a baseball bat Pennywise record. So it's hard to compare them, but let's go. I'll go with About Time.
Yeah,
I feel bad. Pulley's gonna get bounced. But...
yeah, I know. It's gonna be out this round. I feel like because I'm also gonna go with About Time here. It's my favorite Pennywise record. I think I like the rawness of the production. It's got a ton of my favorite Pennywise songs: Perfect People, Freebase, Same Old Story, Killing Time, Peaceful Day. The Pulley record's great, and I think Dylan's right. A lot of these it's like hard to compare, and they're very contextual for like the mood of what I want to listen to. Because like the Pulley record hits the spot like so many times, and I'm in like the mood for a lot more just kind of fast paced, fun punk rock, pop punk stuff. And it's got a ton of great songs. Runaway is amazing. The Ocean Song, like I said, but it's got to be like this is the best Pennywise record in my opinion. So it's got to be About Time. All right, and let's see what the chat has to say here. And it is Pennywise at 73% and Pulley at 27%. So we'll end the poll right there and see what the people are saying. Let's see here. Smile was his first Pennywise album I heard, but went for Pulley as it's full of bangers. Maddie Solberg says, if you don't choose Pennywise, Fletcher will throw you off a stage. Jacob Bullis says Pennywise for sure. Punk Rock Guru says best two Pulley records are gone. This bracket sucked. Yeah, it did hurt. It hurt to lose the Pulley records, dude. So I was hoping one of them. I don't think what's left. I think like a steam driven engine. I don't think it's gonna.
No,
make
I think we're out of Pulley. I don't think there's any left. Matters got eliminated. Yeah.
Pulley is gone.
I think.
So,
back to baseball, guys. Sorry. All right.
I don't feel good about it for the record.
Yeah, I love Pulley. So, but it'll be Pennywise, and we'll move on to the next matchup here. So, Lewis, we've got Descendents. Everything Sucks up against Millencolin, Life on a Plate.
Yeah, this one, I guess people in the Discord probably have a harder time. There seems to be a lot of affection for this Life on a Plate record, and I think it's a good record. I don't think it's anywhere close to being a top Millencolin record. I just don't know where that comes from, but maybe that's nostalgia. Maybe it is good. I'm just wrong.
It came from John, like last matchup. No, kidding. No.
Well, I know John changed his mind on it, but like we always seem to get a lot of love for it. I never really got it. I think like Four Monkeys is significantly better than this, and then a lot of stuff after that. So that's regardless. But the Descendents record is the best Descendents record. So, and it is my Descendents record. It came out like right before we were kind of getting all into this stuff. It's still my favorite. So I'm gonna go Everything Sucks because this album certainly doesn't. So what do you think, Dylan?
Quite the wordsmith. Yes, I agree. This is the best Descendants album and not the best Millencolin album. And I also agree Four Monkeys is better and it's the best. Despite what you guys say about Penny Bridge and all that bullshit. Descendants, don't even have to think about it. Pretty easy choice there.
Before Monkeys definitely has the best album art. I'll say that. I mean, I've said critical things about Everything Sucks. I think it's a bit of an overrated Descendents record. I was never a big fan of the 90s Descendents. I always thought they were they have some pretty catchy songs, and overall it's like pretty fun. But I mean, I don't hate the record. Like I like the record. It's just not my favorite thing I go back to and listen to. But neither is Millencolin's Life on the Plate. It's charming in its own way, but sonically I think the Descendents record is just way more impressive. It's a much better sounding record. There's a lot more diversity in the songs, so I'm gonna go with the Descendents. There's no ska songs on the Descendents record either. So
It'd be better if there were.
yeah, I'm sure the ska.
Imagine if "I'm the One" was a ska song.
Oh.
I'm the one. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
They have to have one ska song out there somewhere.
I don't think so.
No, there's no
Listening
way the
material.
Descendents they have standards. But
It's
John, what do you have to say? Everything Sucks versus Life on a Plate.
I mean, it sounds like I'm the only one who thought this was close, because I don't think it's a. I mean, it's for me, it's Descendants. I'll just get out of the way, but it was like tight. I was texting Dylan about this yesterday. Like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, and I don't know. There's a couple songs on the back end of Everything Sucks. Like, I Won't Let Me, I think is a really good song, and then like, I mean, this Millencolin album, of course, it's got skips, so it came down to like, what album can I listen to all the way through easier, and Everything Sucks is just like, boom, it's over. And it's got my favorite Descendants song, I'm the One. It's got Coffee Mug. It's slightly better, but it was close. If one of you guys had voted Millencolin, I might have thrown it to the chat, which looks like it wouldn't have mattered, but let's go Everything Sucks.
It'd be a blowout for the Descendants, with the Descendants at 80%, Millencolin at 20%. And what is the chat saying? Michael Fincher says gross. I think the Descendants are overrated, but not this album. You got to say yikes. So
I don't think anyone. I mean, I think the Descendants are overrated too, but this album is way better than Life on a Plate. But go on, sorry.
Well, yeah, he's just saying the album. I said this record.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bible Dumb Podcast says, by this time, it's not Millencolin. Jacob says, I like Milo Goes to College more, but this is number 2. Matt Solber says, 4Monkey has too much ska. Yikes. So we got a yikes in chat. Can we get some
I
yikes
agree.
in chat? So can we drop some yikes down below, guys? Also, don't forget to like the video. So
I got
it
it.
rhymes with yikes.
So I misspoke before. I said
we're about the likes and yikes.
I said it in the chat, but a steam-driven engine is still in this, and it goes against Straight Ahead. So it's a rematch in episode 4, round 4, I guess.
Justice for Pulley.
Oh man, there's no way Pulley can pull through.
No, that's a tough one. Yeah.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite Pennywise record.
Oh yeah, there's no way. Lewis will not.
I'm gonna
allow it.
cast an early vote for Pulley.
Really?
But
Okay.
yeah, but let's not get into it.
All right. Maddie Solberg says less than Jake. Yikes. I don't know why. And Jacob Willis said, yikes. Rancid is about to get rolled.
You get the trifecta of Less Than Jake, quadruple of Less Than Jake albums in the background.
All right. So, Dylan, you get to talk about a pretty cool matchup here, which is Rancid 2000 up against NOFX. So Long and Thanks for All the Shoes.
Pretty cool matchup. I don't think
Pretty
you got what I
cool
said. You have a bunch of Less Than Jake albums on the shelf behind you. That's why he said that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, did he? Oh, maybe he said that. I do have a bunch of those.
Pretty
CDs
sure.
there.
Anywho, this is not an interesting matchup because Slat Fats is easily gonna take this here. I banking on it. This is going clean sweep here for NOFX.
Yeah, you're gonna be right. This is the best NOFX record, and it's I would listen to this a billion times over Rancid 2000. I think Rancid 2000 is a fine Rancid record. It's a fun Rancid record. It's one I revisit occasionally. I revisit So Long every single year. So it's just a killer record. We don't say too much, but punk rock elite, Kids of the K-hole, All Out of Angst. It goes on and on. John, what do you have to say about these two matchups here?
Yeah, I really wanted Rancid 2000 to advance because I feel like it gets so much hate. But I think more and more, you guys are right. This is probably the best NoFX album. I definitely listen to it more now than Pump Up the Volume. It pains me to see Rancid 2000 go, but I think So Long is going to be top. It's going to be in the final 4 if I had to guess. So let's keep the wheel turning. So Long, and thanks for all the shoes.
All right, and Lewis.
Yeah, we're gonna make it a clean sweep. So Long, and thanks for all the hardcore punk on this record, Rancid. But this NoFX record's incredible. It's either it's my second favorite, probably. I'm probably with you, John. I vacillate between this and Pump Up the Volume, but this is a great. I mean, it's an incredible record the whole throughout. It's all good. There's barely any. I don't think there is really any skips on it. So NoFX.
I mean, sometimes I feel like "Kill the Rock Stars" is not that great, but
I fucking love that song.
Yeah, me too.
You
Yeah.
do? It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just if I had to pick one, I'd be like maybe Dad's Bad News, but I like that one.
Oh,
as well.
that's a good one too, man. Come on.
I know.
They're all
I'm
they're
not
all
hating on
good.
them. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying if I had to
Change
pick one.
Elliot's name to Murderholics because he's a bad take machine.
I
would
don't feel like that's that.
I would
hard of a
say,
take.
like-
there's a way.
Murderholics Senior.
Oh, maybe the flossing.
Yeah,
is
that's.
Dead
I was
Horse,
just
but
gonna say
like
that.
too.
Flossing a Dead Horse
that's
is
just
the,
musical. There we go.
it's the only skip.
Redemption.
Because I think I do like everything else. I mean, you got Monosyllabic Girl on here too, which is like when it comes to like the short joke NoFX songs, I feel like the best ones are on here. You got Monosyllabic Girl and Murder the Government, like two of the best ones. So, but yeah, the chat's with us. 87% NoFX, 13% Rancid. So damn, Rancid got blew out.
I think the word is blown out.
blown out.
Yes.
Blown
Got
out.
blued out.
They got
They
blued
got blued out.
Got
No, he said blue, but anyway.
yeah. So your Bible Dump podcast says best NoFX album, not including The Decline, of course. And Follett says, I vote for the Neapolitan ice cream. Blair McMacken says, NoFX avenging my Lawrence arms. McD says, unpopular opinion, 2 overrated albums here. I mean, maybe they're overrated, but it's definitely not a popular opinion. So yes, that's an unpopular opinion.
If it was Punk Drublic, I would say you're right, but it's not, so you're wrong.
Yeah. I don't Rancid 2000
wait,
overrated. I feel like
I mean,
Rancid
I feel
2000
like-
overhated. Definitely.
yeah, I feel like Trans 2000 is definitely not overrated.
Yeah.
So
maybe by me and Lewis, but who else?
and then Mick D says blown out in sweatpants.
What is this sweatpants? Is this an inside joke I'm not privy to?
No,
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 you
dude.
would explain it, Lewis?
Honestly, no, honestly, I only said it just because he said it's a sweatpants saying you were going next. I actually didn't mean anything by it, and then I realized it sounded mean, so I apologize.
No,
What?
I don't.
It's not-
I'm
it's not
confused.
targeted.
I
We
was
were talking
confused when
about-
John said it. I don't care if it's direct. I don't know what it means.
Oh,
I'm confused.
We're talking about
just
getting
like a s-
voters over these records. So you have a sweatpants because you don't want like jeans on. It's uncomfortable. You want a nice
Yeah.
stretch.
you gotta blast in them. You gotta blast in them, Dylan.
Yeah.
The jokes hit so much harder when you spell them out, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was.
I was confused. I didn't know what it meant.
I think it's funny we have to explain it. So,
I only like half pay attention to what's going on. So I just
You're
heard
good, man.
sweatpants, and I don't know what that means.
But when I heard his reaction, I was like, "Oh my god, he thinks I'm coming after him." So no,
No, I was meant to say it when
Dylan
John
in
said
sweatpants.
something.
Dylan in his
Just-
sweatpants.
I was
I don't
just
even know
talking to you.
sweatpants.
I was talking to you going around in your blasting pants. You know,
That's why he
What's
doesn't
going
know.
on? Right.
He doesn't even own sweatpants. That's why he doesn't know, man. You gotta
Is that
try
what
sweatpants.
the Rancid song "Blast 'Em"? Is that what that's about?
out. That's like was that like a random?
Coming in your
B-side, right?
sweatpants.
But let's move on to the next matchup here. We've got Millencolin Pennybridge Pioneers up against Rancid 93, and I'm going first here. And I don't know if this is going to be a hot take. I would pick the Pulley record over Rancid 93, but I would actually pick Rancid 93 over Pennybridge. I think Pennybridge is probably the best Millencolin record, but I just like Rancid so much more as a band. And 93 is just such a ripper. I mean, I like the Millencolin record. No Cigar is an absolute classic. What's else on here? Like Fox and oh my gosh, I don't have the
Penguins and polar bears.
Penguins and polar bears.
Duck Pond and shit like that. But But yeah, it's
the ballad, of course.
the ballad on here. But I don't know, dude. Rancid 93 to me, how I feel about Rancid 93 is I feel like how you and John feel about 2000, where it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's this absolute ripper of a record that like I just can always put on if I just want some like nice hardcore punk sound. So I'm going 93. I think it's a stronger record than Penny Bridge. But Penny Bridge is, it's a classic. John, what do you have to say here?
Yeah, let's get out of the way. Two great records. There's no way around it. But I feel like Pennybridge Pioneers was one of the first independent like punk albums that I personally bought. So I've got like a ton of nostalgia for it. And I just pulled up the track list here to No Cigar, Fox, Material Boy. Right About Now is one of my favorites on there. Of course, Penguins and Polar Bears. Stop to Think, A10. I mean, it's close for me, but this is my favorite Millencolin record. I'd say this is a top 20 pop punk album of all time, in my personal opinion. So I'm going to move on Pennybridge Pioneers for myself. What do you think, Lewis?
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I mean, I like the Rancid 93 record. I definitely don't have as much affection as Elliot does for it. I think it's really good, but I think pretty much everything after it and then before the later stuff is better. But I agree. This Millencolin record is incredible. I mean, I think the first time I heard Millencolin was probably in Tony Hawk, I got to be honest. And it was by far my favorite song on there, unless I had heard a couple otherwise. So I still think this record stands up. Besides the ballad, almost every song is good. And the ballad is so bad that it's fun to shit on. So I'm going Pennybridge, a really great record.
All right, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Millencolin as well. This is a great album, and two songs I don't think John mentioned: "Right About Now" and "Highway Donkey."
Highway Donkey rules. You're right. That's a good one.
And also, I'm so bad with names, but the singer from Millencolin was on the latest. Was it the latest episode of Krista Makes a Podcast? Yeah. Talking about No Cigar, and it was a really interesting episode, and apparently Penguins and Polar Bears was supposed to be like the hit song from this album, but obviously No Cigar was on Tony Hawk, so that changed.
Yeah,
so I thought that was interesting.
Back in when this came out on Napster, which is where I found Penguins and Polar Bears, that was like, if you search like punk songs, like Penguins and Polar Bears was one of the top searched punk songs on Napster back in the day, which is how I found it. So I'm not surprised to hear that. But yeah, it was a great episode if you guys haven't seen it yet.
All right, and let's go to the chat here. And at some point, Rancid was in that 75% threshold, but it dropped all the way down to 52% for Rancid, and Millencolin at 48%. I was shocked. I thought Rancid was gonna do the 75% sweep here, but it didn't happen. And we've got Millencolin, Pennybridge Pioneers moving on, and I don't think a single one of the records that were, what are you calling them? The records that get a free pass.
Bye week?
The bye week. I don't think any of the bye week records lost. So every single bye week record moved ahead. Yeah. So we'll see if this continues to be a trend. I don't remember if that's what happened last time.
No.
It wasn't? Okay.
We had 2 upsets last time.
I want to expound on the Napster thing. You remember how songs used to be misattributed to like another band?
Yeah.
Like
every time.
There was a Buzzcocks song that said it was a Green Day song on a LimeWire.
I think I remember that. I think it was for the longest time.
Yes. For the longest time, I thought "Ever Fallen in Love" was a Green Day song.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, "Ever Fallen in Love" was attributed to Green Day, and then the same thing happened with.
This is all user uploaded stuff.
Yeah, same thing happened with "Bowling for Soup" and Stacy's mom. Everyone thought "Bowling for Soup" did Stacy's mom.
They covered
Down by Law's 5. Yeah, and Down by Law's cover of 500 Miles was literally like attributed to every punk band in the world, if I remember.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
It was like the Circle Jerks or Pennywise, and I was like, it's neither of these bands. Who the fuck is this? But yeah.
Well
there's some AFI stuff too.
Pennywise "Stand By Me" was attributed to NOFX, I remember.
Oh, I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah. Just randomly. I don't know why.
I know we have an older audience, but our younger crowd, you should. It's a shame you missed out on the magic of early internet.
LimeWire and Bear share. So I've ruined so many computers with that shit.
Oh man, I ruin computers all the time, especially when I'm
My
wearing
first-
sweatpants.
Compact computer got destroyed by
Blast.
bear share.
Oh man, so what are the people saying? Anything interesting people are saying? Murderholic says go Rancid. Blair Mackin says IKEA question mark, and Matt Solberg says IKEA is Swedish. IKEA wins. 93 all the way. Rancid 93. Sorry, Millencolin. Millencolin
They
takes
make
it for
good
me.
furniture.
I like this Rancid album, but not enough. So yeah, Napster fell off after Lars Ulrich snitched. So around the same time, Rancid fell off. So this is the week before, right? All right. So NOFX was an upset.
Yeah, here. So
Go
yeah,
ahead, go back.
no, yeah. So NOFX beat Pennywise self-titled, which had a buy. This is what is this? Empire Strikes First moved on, and then New Maps beat White Trash, which was a big upset. Yeah, so we had
So-
2 upsets last time.
All right. It's going to be a crazy final round, so we'll have to see what happens here. But I did not get a tier list for you to do, John. I've been pretty busy this week, so sorry about that, man. But I've got a couple in mind for you. I've got some bangers of some food ranking tier list I've got prepared for you. So we'll have to do cookies. We're going to do cookies at some point. What kind of cookies does John like? There's probably only 2.
No, I love cookies.
Well, you say that every tier list, and you throw half the shit in the fucking D tier.
Yeah,
So
my favorite right now are the Pepperidge Farm. It's hot cocoa amaretto little sandwich cookie. That's like, I think it's a Target exclusive, but that's my favorite mass market cookie right now. Highly recommend if you can find it.
Are you a Girl Scout cookie guy, John, or no?
I think Girl Scout cookies are super overrated and overpriced.
Tagalongs
I don't-
S tier.
Nah, I'm not into
I
it.
agree, they're overrated. I get the generics from like the grocery store, and they're the same
Aldi.
exact
yeah,
thing. They're really
the
good,
Samoas, man, the Samoas are so good. So
Samoas are an S tier cookie though. They're really good. So.
oh, they're crack, bro. But see here, Matty Salber says, "Yo, Esteem Driven was still in, right?
Yes.
Esteem is still in.
in the
and
next
Rippin-
round, I think.
And Rippin' Fat says giveaway. He's waiting for the giveaway. Dylan, who are you giving it away? He's
Look
saying
at
this
the
whole
giveaway,
time.
$10 million. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Dylan is giving $10 million to Rippin'
Trillion.
Fats.
It was trillion.
$1 trillion.
10
So
trillion.
Dylan, make sure to message Dylan in the Discord. He's grumpy, smug, douche,
Yes.
boy, titty, baby, punk. So make sure to message him.
I have a few prerequisites though. You got to subscribe to my OnlyFans. You have to send me your social security number to verify your identity, of course, as well as your credit card information for whichever card has the highest credit limit. Just so I make sure you qualify, you know what you're gonna do with the $1 trillion. Spend it responsibly, of course.
And you know what Dylan does on his OnlyFans? He's ripping fats.
Yeah,
He's Rippin' Fox.
exactly. And wrestling with
All right.
cats.
All right.
What's it called? We're gonna probably have some, I guess we just mentioned we're probably gonna have some off-schedule streams here, right? Because of the holidays.
good
Oh
call,
yeah,
good call.
holidays are coming up, so we'll keep you updated maybe on when the next
We're,
stream is going to
we're
be.
definitely not going to be streaming on Christmas or New Year's Day, but we'll let you guys know.
People
Why
were
not?
asking about a Christmas stream. I was like, nobody can stream on Christmas. Why are you asking about a Christmas
Maybe
stream?
that
There's
the
0% chance I will be available Christmas.
to like those Fridays maybe. I don't know if Friday works.
Yeah,
we can
that's
we
better.
can figure that out.
And you guys know what the perfect Christmas gift to get your loved ones would be, right? Head to punkrockradar.limitedrun.com. Buy the new Rebuke album. It's not going to show up in time for Christmas, unfortunately, because it doesn't come out until February 7th, 2025, the year of our Lord. It's called Things One Shouldn't Have to Say. It's available in 2 beautiful color variants for the reasonable price of $27.99 USD. And I highly recommend you pick it up. Fans of Rare at Skate Punk will enjoy the new Rebuke album. If you don't like skate punk, there's also a awesome Ramones core album from a band in the UK called Random Heroes. Their new album 4 on pink colored vinyl, limited to 100 copies. That one's $21.99. It will also, I don't think it'll be here in time for Christmas, unfortunately.
No.
Maybe like fucking St. Patrick's Day or something. If you want to get a gift for that. There are albums that are in stock too, and hoodies, t-shirts, stickers, guitar picks, cassettes, compact discs, punkrockradarlimitedrun.com. Go there now and spend your money.
That was a much smoother ad read. Good job, Dylan.
That's great.
That was stream of consciousness. Definitely, you hit the stride.
John
there,
sent him the copy during the show. That's what he did.
No, I made that all up.
He's like, no, I made that up. That was all me. Don't steal my thunder, bro.
That's true.
It's true. Those are real
All right.
facts. So, all right, dudes. Peace out. We're out of here. We'll see you on Christmas Day. Obviously, we'll be live streaming all day long. We'll be tier listing Christmas cookies, gingerbread houses, and of course, debating whether or not Santa is real or not. Lewis is firmly in the Santa is real category. Dylan is not.
What?
I'm a neutral party in this, and John doesn't even know who Santa is. So.
He's
All right,
Doesn't
dudes.
Celebrate Christmas. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
hates Christmas. Peace out, dude.
All right. Later,
See you
guys.
next time.
Later. Is